Chawn is playing the part of cowboy today. That's Chawn Honkomp, and this is Loren Merkle, and we're having a little fun with the Wild West concept because there's a showdown. There is a showdown as you move to and through retirement, and here's the showdown. One walking 10 paces is decisions. Walking 10 paces this way is a plan. By the way, this guy is playing the part of decisions. This guy is playing the part of a plan, and I'm gonna let you in. Chawn wins every time, but we want to show you why today. So, sorry, Loren.
How hard is it? I've been making decisions my whole life. I'm going to continue to make decisions.
Well, let's talk about it because people do need to know how it plays out because really what you do as retirement planners is help them make a plan that maximizes their retirement. So let's get into it. Let's talk about retirement income. If I were to just make a decision, Loren, and just look at it as a decision, what would it look like?
Well, I already know I'm going to take my Social Security at 62 because I don't know how long I'm going to live and Social Security is going to go broke. So I'm going to take Social Security at 62 and I have a 401k plan. I need extra income over Social Security income, so I just take it out of my 401k plan.
Simple as that?
It's as easy as that.
It's as simple as that. No.
I'm retired at 62. I got Social Security and I got a 401k plan. Let's take some money out. And I'm going south.
That feels like an option, but I think this guy has a better way. And it's a plan for income.
I say, whoa. Slow your horsey down there, Mr. Decision Maker. There's a lot more to this. You think about all these conversations we have, Loren. These families come in, they've never had to build an income plan before. And we get the question all the time, you're asking us, well, what is an income plan? We know while you're working, you get your paycheck every 2 weeks, you know exactly what your income plan is. That's easy. But now you get to that wonderful stage of life of being able to make that retirement decision, the paychecks go away, and now you're tasked with building this plan and building this income out of all of these assets that you've had. There are so many factors that go into this. We don't simply just turn it on. I don't know what this guy's thinking about. We've got to start thinking about taxes. Do we take money out of your pre-tax accounts? Do we take money out of Roth accounts? We've got to start looking at the different balances that we have at 401ks or in IRAs. We've got to start planning for RMDs. I mean, your biggest concern is oftentimes, do you have enough saved? Do you have enough income? Or you want to make sure you're not going to run out of money before you run out of time. So there's a whole lot of work that goes behind building this income plan and making these decisions. And these decisions we might make for year one, we don't just turn those on and let it ride. 6 months from now, 12 months from now, at some future point, we're going to make some changes because of life. Life happens, the markets happen, tax law changes, so many moving pieces. So it's not a static thing. This retirement plan, this income plan, will live and breathe with you throughout your retirement journey.
And perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of the income plan is, if I just turn on income, how much is enough? Right? Do I know, am I confident that I'm not going to run out of money before I run out of time? How do I know how much I can spend in addition to Social Security? And again, is taking Social Security at 62 the best for me? The plan tells you all of that. If I'm just making decisions, then I'm making decisions hoping it's going to work out instead of having an actual plan that tells me with confidence it will work out.
Yeah, Chawn, I think it was you who told me one time you sat down with maybe a couple or an individual and they'd worked with more of an accumulation advisor and they'd said, okay, so what are we going to do when we retire? And that advisor had said to them, we're just going to turn the faucet on. And I'm thinking this Wild West concept is like no cowboy or cowgirl would ride the same trail for 30 years. That you can't just turn on a faucet and expect that to be a 30-year retirement plan.
Yeah, there's a few decisions out there maybe that are one time, most often Social Security, but there's so many decisions. The majority of the decisions you make are decisions at this point in time based on all the conditions, everything we're aware of with your overall plan. But be prepared to have control and flexibility within your overall plan so that we can change course when life happens. So 6 months from now, a given time frame, we may start taking distributions from different accounts. We might try to take it from a different tax type of bucket. You're going to have part of your investments will do a certain return or performance in a given time period, and other ones may have a different purpose, so they're going to perform differently. We've got to be positioned where we can adjust as life gets thrown our way.
All right, plan versus decision. Another showdown, Medicare. Okay, let's say from decision's point of view, play decision for just a minute here. Medicare, it's a simple decision, right?
It's even easier. I know at 65 I could take my Medicare, so I'm going to file for Medicare Part A and B, and that should cover me. It's good enough for me. Sit back, Sip on my juice.
Are you at the saloon? No, now you're at the saloon. You sit back and sip at the saloon. All right, plan. Take the 10 paces, turn, and tell decision why that is a terrible idea.
I'm pretty sure it's a little more complex than that. And
Prove it.
There's a reason why. We have a single dedicated individual that's part of our team that's her expertise. So Anna Marie is our director of Medicare and healthcare. She spends all of her time becoming an expert in that arena, and all of these families as they come in. You're starting to think about Medicare, and you soon find out very complex. In fact, a lot of you feel overwhelmed where you're not sure how to sort through all of this. And Loren and I, we know it well enough. We're going to be able to get you going, but that's why we've got the expert. That's why we have the dedicated individual. And Anna Marie is a huge value add to all of the families and individuals that we work with. So what you might be thinking is that at 65, you need to turn it on, but what if? What if you're still working? What if you still have group coverage? We get people all the time that are asking about, well, I've been told I'm going to have this permanent penalty. And they feel like you have to do things and have to do something right at 65. That's not the case. If you have group coverage, if it's qualified coverage, that positions you to continue to stay on that coverage and delay this Medicare decision. Or really, it gives you options. You can do the analysis and identify, hey, is this group coverage better for you? Should you be going to Medicare? What does that coverage look like? And that's where Anna Marie comes into play. She wants to learn about your medical history, learn about what kind of medications and what everything you're doing, and she's going to do that analysis and help you make the best decision possible.
Yes.
And what about this thing called the Advantage?
Supplements. I was just going there. Yeah, you thought the same thing I did.
Because in the fall, about every second commercial on TV is talking about this thing called the Advantage plan, and how does that differ from original Medicare, and what can I do or can I not do? What's the cost? All these things, and that's where Anna Marie really comes into play with that healthcare plan, that Medicare plan, to say, here's the coverage, here's the cost, here's another option, here's the coverage, here's the cost, and again, you're walking down that path with a lot more confidence, knowing why you're making those decisions.
Yeah, I hate to tell you decision, but plan is looking a lot better all the time.
But I feel really good about making decisions.
Oh, the decisions are coming, whether or not.
Just check them off the list.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this clip of Retiring Today, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have questions about your retirement plan, take advantage of the complimentary 15-minute retirement checkup phone call.